That's why I'm telling you guys, if you have to invest with your partner, invest understanding that you know if at all anything happens, you can get your percentage back. But this is what happens. If at all it has happened, even those I'm speaking to now, right now, we are over 40 people here right now. If you are one of them here, you gave your money to your husband, to your boyfriend, and they did not use it properly, you don't have to take them to police. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to go to the social media to tell them how it happened, blah, blah, blah. No. You have to remind God that, God, the hands that you gave me that worked so hard to get this money, I still have them. You blessed me and I blessed somebody in the name of a husband. God, you brought me in his life to help him. Because he was so poor, he could not build a house. I built a house for him. Now it's my turn, God. Build me a house, my Father. God is going to build you a house. In fact, God is going to build you a house bigger than what you built for him. Sometimes people come into our lives because God has seen there's no one who can help them. It is only you who can go and build them a house. Build them and leave. Don't try to get it back. If you start a business and it get lost, they disappear with it. Thank God for them because you have helped a life. Turn back to him and ask him, God, the hands that you blessed and used, and I used to bless another man, are here back to you. Where should I place these hands, God, so I can build another house for myself? God listens and you will build another house. The reason why when these things happen, we disappear and we don't get anything back is that instead of asking God what next, we keep on fighting the things that we have lost. You go to court, lawyers need these thousands of money. I don't know, cases transferred to 10 years in the future. You are seated there back home. I can't believe. Oh man, I cannot even find another man again. I don't want to hear anything about men. Oh man. You move from this group to that group talking about yourself. Move from this friend to another friend talking about yourself. Move from this church to another church doing witnessing. I guess it's called witnessing, right? Testimonies. From this church to that church, what a man did to you. From this place to that place. From this auntie to that auntie. From that friend. Come on. You're wasting time. Thank God for what happened. And get back. Ask God. These are my hands. And they're still here. They're not cut. What do I do? Help me to forget what has passed, because that is the past. The future is here, and the future can only be built by what is in my hands today, not what I lost yesterday. Listen, people go to the maternity ward carrying a bump of a baby, but they come back home without a baby. What do? Do they cry? What are they going to, whom are they going to accuse? Think about that. When you are losing an investment that you invested with your partner, think about that mother who went to maternity home with a bump in her stomach and comes back empty-handed. No bump, no baby. Think about them. To whom do they go, telling stories that, so and so did this to me? Nobody. They only cry to God. These are the questions sometimes I ask people. That why is it when you lose a precious thing like a baby, you cry to God. But when you lose a useless thing like a house, you cry to people. Where did we go wrong? And when you cry to God because you have lost a baby, God blesses you with another baby. But when you cry to people because you have lost a home, you are not blessed because people cannot bless you. You keep on crying every day to people. I lost a home. I built a home with him. I did this with him. I bought a car. I bought that. Then you don't get that home. You don't get that car. The reason, when we lose cars, when we lose home, we cry to people. When we lose babies, we cry to God. Someday here I asked that you just find a man or a woman who has just been divorced or maybe broken up by a boyfriend or a girlfriend going to commit a suicide. But when their parents die, they don't commit suicide. They just cry 2-3 days and it's gone. Are we really okay? Did we lose it somewhere? You are contemplating to commit a suicide because you've lost a boyfriend. And you've lost a boyfriend that you can still call, you can still take a mobile phone and call, you can still see, and in fact, you can even replace. But when you lose your mother dies. Will go 6 feet down, and you'll never see her again. You'll never even think of suicide. What you only think of is tears, 3 days, 4 days, 7 days, and you're back to normal. Guys, where did we go wrong? Who is gonna teach us this? I am tired, sick and tired of going to church every Sunday, and what you get there is you receive. God is gonna bless you. How do we receive it is what we need to be taught today. We already know that God blesses. So now we need to teach people how to receive. Not to tell them that they can receive. Everybody already knows that you can receive. Now, how to receive it is to tell God that my hands are still here. My hands are still here. God, they can go to the garden and I can farm. Bless the work of my hand. That is how you receive. You don't receive from my tongue. This is just a word. You see, when I speak here a word that touches you, don't tell me I receive. You are receiving nothing. Go outside there and work. Change your mentality. Change your mindset. Change the timing where you go to your garden and you come back home. Change where you invest. Change your group of people. Change how you pray. Change how you drink water every single morning. Change how you choose a man into your life. That is how you receive. You don't receive it from a word of my mouth. That's useless. You will never receive it from that. That's why we have a problem. On Sunday we are in church. A week passes, they say the next Sunday we are in church with the same problem. Another week passes, the third Sunday we are in the church with the same problem. And nothing happens because we don't know how to receive. We are only receiving a word from the pastor, a word from the bishop, a word. But what work are we doing? What work are you doing? Even the Bible itself says that words alone without action is nothing. You have to act. The pastor, the bishop, the person, the religious leader there is teaching you that you can receive. Once you know that, go and now work. Go and work, then that's when you can get it. Nobody is teaching people this. And I will tell you the reason why you are taught that. Because the world has known that once you get, you will not come back to church. Let me tell you, 80% of churches today are all doing business. So these people understand that if you receive, if you have the knowledge, if you have the wisdom to know how to make money or how to get things, you will not go back to church. So what do? They give you a little to make you have something. As long as you can pay tithe, as long as you can pay zakat, as long as you can pay sadaqah, they are comfortable. No one is going to teach you how to make money. In fact, money has been demonized so much that even those believers, people who believe so much in religion, they don't want to touch money. They just, when they see money, they think it's evil. I want to make you laugh. I remember, I guess I was in class 8. Yes, I was in class 8. The first time when these keyboards, guitars and microphone came to churches in the place, in the village where I come from. I remember that time when I was in standard 8, in the 8th class in primary school, The first church, Joy Ministries in Kenya, a branch of Joy Ministry, came to our village. It was opened in our village. And they were the first to bring keyboard and guitars and microphones in church. And I remember so well a very religious mother, aunt, but in my place we call all moms mother. So sometimes when I say mother, people ask me, but she's not your mother, she's your aunt. But for us, even the aunts, we call them mothers. So she's my aunt, a wife to my father's brother. It's a long one, right? So she was a very staunch Christian. She was the one who told us that those are devil worshippers. Don't go near to those churches because it is a devil worshipper. That was the first time we saw a Joy Ministry branch in my village. So they used to play keyboard, to play guitar, and to have this praise and worship session, which never used to happen in Anglican church and Catholic churches. So they just had those soft singing and we call it kayamba, and some drums, those were the things that were in church. So the keyboard came, the microphones came, the speakers came inside the church. So we were being told, we were scared, we were made to be, we were scared away. Don't go near to that church because it belongs to the devil worshipping because of those things. So this is what happens. And that is how some of the Christian families have demonized money. When they see somebody who's just working hard and getting money, you are told, no. He's a witch. He's got magini. He's got some magics. You don't move closer to him. Don't take his money. His money is bloody money. So we are not working hard. So that time, we could not go to Joy Ministry because we grew up. I was in 8th class, so we were still young kids. We could not reason out. So we believed that was devil worshipping. Playing keyboard in church, we believed was a devil worshipping. Having microphone and doing praise and worship, we believed it was a devil worshipping. Having these speakers and we call them horn speakers, or some people call them ahuja, outside the church, we believed it was devil worshipping. Today, as we speak, even in the Anglican church diocese where we used to pray that time, they have keyboards, they have microphones, they have speakers. What changed? The thing is, people always try to put you in a cage. So when people feel like what is coming there is going to take away their people, they try to put you away. They tell you, they make you worried, they make you afraid, they frighten you, they make your body feel like, oh, no, you should not go there. Something is crazy there. What I'm trying to say is, let us know how to work hard. Let us know how to approach God. Let us know how to forgive people. Let us know how to invest together with our partners. Don't invest foolishly with your partner. Invest knowing that you have security for full security of your investment. If you give 50%, have it written down, sign it, and even if it's possible, have a lawyer or have a witness to see that this house that you're going to build, you're building it in a ratio of 50-50 contribution, and if there is anything like a divorce, you should get your 50%. Don't let the law of the country give you your 50%, because it can give you 50% and the house is built in the man's home. How are you going to get that 50%? A man cannot sell their own land. This is a land, like for example, I have a land in my home in Ugenya, Siaya County. I have a land that was given to me by my father. If I decide to take my fiancé and we go to this place and we build a house, and then after building it, I tell her, now I don't want you. She doesn't have a right to go to my home and sell that land. She cannot sell it. My brothers will not allow me to do that, because my brothers have to assent to it that I'm selling a family land. So if you build a house in my family land, you don't have a chance. You have no chance to get your 50% or your 100%, if at all you did it. So if you're a woman, I'm finishing. If you are a woman and you are trying to, you have seen that, by the way, we need to buy a car, and the thing is, my husband can't afford, but I can afford it. What you have to do, take your husband's hand, take a lawyer, take somebody, go to the showroom, ask how much is the cash payment or whatever, then tell them bring the logbook. If you want it to be a family car, write your name, write your husband's name, and note somewhere what was your percentage contribution in buying that car. Once you write that, take the key, all right? Take the key and tell her, baby, this is your birthday present. Your name is in the logbook. If he brings nyef nyef, the Kenyan says nyef nyef, just tell him, give me the car key. I will live peacefully. You have a right. He cannot do anything. You have a right to take the key and drive your car away and go. I hope this is going to help a lot of people. I did this because of the lady that I got this morning. I was trying to coach her, and lucky enough, I hope where she's sleeping right now, she's a little bit, I know she's not fully fine, but at least she stopped thinking about suicide, because I reminded her that still she has a chance. She has a chance to make everything that she has lost. But one thing that I reminded her, that I want to remind you, don't ever think you can get those things that you have lost. Ask God to give you what is yours. That was not yours. Whatever you have lost to a man or a woman, it was not yours. I told you guys here, I lost a business that I had, developed for over 4 years. I had saved for 4 years, and I started this business and was in business for 1 year and got a lot of market, a lot of people coming to my business with a lot of suppliers. But within 6 months of leaving this business in the hand of another person, everything was gone. I never cried to the person, nor to my family, nor to their family, nor to the society. I never told anyone. In fact, when I was coming home, when I was leaving home, coming back to Bahrain, everybody was asking me, but what did you do about your business? Are you going to start it again? It's closed. So what are you going to do? So what did, what? I was just like, no. I'm the one who decided to close it. In fact, I told people so many times before coming out and telling people that, it is not me. Most of my friends knew that I am the one who decided to close the business. But it wasn't me. Because by that time, I was still speaking to God. I was asking God, what next? Now that I've lost this, and I've lost it in 100%, not 20, not 50, not 10, what do I do? I almost get crazy. Guys, let me tell you something. I almost went crazy. Some day back, 2 years ago, I almost went crazy. But thank God, by that time, I got somebody who lifted me spiritually and emotionally and mentally. And with that, I never cried to anyone. I never. The very close friends of mine who knew everything is the only ones who knew. But the people who came to me asking me, because what happens when you lose something, when you have been divorced by your husband or your wife, or you lose your business and people are seeing the business is gone. Sometimes maybe you lose a car. The auctioneers come and pull away your car. They come and sell your house. People will be coming. That's the time the devil will come now to pump, to pump some pressure on you to do something nasty. So what are you doing? Now that she's the one who did it, what are you planning to do with her? Now that he did this to you, are you just, go to police? Why? Take him to court. He has to pay that. That is the devil speaking to you. You have to relax yourself, get somewhere and relax. I relaxed. I took my time and relaxed and smiled and said that, what? This is gone. It wasn't mine. I have to work on mine. 2 years down the line, I've gotten more than 5 times. I can confess that. More than 5 times. 2 years only. It took me 2 years to get more than 5 times. To invest, to buy some things there, to do that, to save some little money. And in fact, within that time, and I never worked, the COVID came, we were out of work as well, but still, God gave me a chance to work online coaching, doing this, doing that, trying to invest here, trying to get this here. So God is going to open your path when you cry to Him. I gave an example. The same way you cry to God when you lose your child, as a woman when you go to maternity, cry to Him when you lose a property. Cry to Him when you lose your husband. Cry to Him when you lose your wife. Cry to Him when you lose your business. So if you are late, I will not go back to what I've been talking about for 1 hour. It is so difficult. So if you are late, wait to watch it on YouTube. I'm so sorry, my dear. Somebody is asking, Brother Gora, what are you talking about? I'm late. Acbel 4, I'm so sorry. If you missed this, it will be on my YouTube channel, so you can just go there and watch it there. Those who always miss my live, I always remind you that I have a YouTube channel that you can go and subscribe to and watch all these videos. There are so many videos, not just this. There are so many videos. What I talk about here is not just things that people are talking about. I'm not just following the trend. I'm trying to tell people what they have never heard, but they know. It's not that you don't know about this. People just know, but no one is reminding us. It is told, the Bible says that tell them, even if they know, even when they know, keep on reminding them. So I'm just trying to remind you little things that we know, but we are trying to ignore. As a woman, invest, but let your name be in the property. As a man, invest, but let your name be in a property. I don't want to see another woman here who is following my page on TikTok. Please, from today, this is the last time you, my sisters, my mothers, my aunties, my cousins, whoever is here and is my friend and is a woman, from today, let us all agree that this is the last time we are going to cry that my man took my money, that my man, married with my money, that my man took our house, that my man did. This is the last time. I've told you a secret. Before you build a house for your man, buy a piece of land and build that house in a land that is in your name as a woman. Never, ever risk building a home in a land that belongs to your man. If divorce can happen, my dear sister, getting your money or your house will be very difficult. When a man has money, they build and then they marry you, right? And when they tell you, I'm divorcing you, they tell you, pack and go. I want to be very bold. Men always tell you, pack and go, right? So if at all you get married to him and he has nothing, he has never built a house, buy a piece of land, build a house for him, stay with him peacefully, love him, give him all the love. But when he gets crazy to tell you, pack and go, tell him, Baba, I have the title deed. The title deed is here. Don't worry. You want me to pack and go? Okay, this is the title deed. What does the title deed say? Mary Njuguna, Mary Awur, or Mary Mola. That's what the title deed say. So who is supposed to pack and go? You are the one boss. Go inside, pack and leave. Let us be people who know how to do things. Thank you guys. My name is Johngora, aka The Motivator. Thanks for coming here. Thanks for being with me for those many minutes. I don't know how many minutes it has been, but it is always great to have you here. And I don't just teach. I teach people who love me. Staying with 60 people from the beginning to the last is not easy. Coaching 60 people is not that easy. Thank you guys for whatever you guys do here. I have to tell you that almost